All right, we're doing a tournament report for Armada. I'm getting ready to start out round one, and I am running a Quasar with Squall, Flight Controllers, and Ruthless Strategists. I'm running an Interdictor with disposable capacitors, targeting scramblers, and grav shift reroute, and a Victory with Sloane, disposable capacitors, gunnery team, and spinal armament. I'm running 7 TIE Fighters and 2 Lambdas and a Jump Master. I'm actually going up against a similar build that's also running Sloane, but it has an Imperial 1 with 2 ECMs, Avenger, Boarding Troopers, and Leading Shots, so that's going to be real interesting. We've got the Quasar with Sloane, Flight Controllers, and Expanded Hangar Bay. And we've got an Architens with Nita, Indigen Techs, and Turbolaser reroute circuits. We've got a lot of squadrons here. We've got Howl Runner, we've got Mauler Mythal, that's gonna hurt. We've got Cyana Ree, Black Squadron, 3 regular ties, and a Lambda. Fire lanes for the first battle, and here's my deployment. I used Grav Shift to kind of pull some of those asteroids to block the Imperial Star Destroyer, and then we've got our tokens here. He does have a lot of squadrons also, so it's going to be interesting to see if we can get those tokens kind of pulled closer to the board and see how it goes. Actually, at the end of this game, and I've gotten all of the objective tokens so far except for this round when he actually got all 3, and I just managed to get it done. That last round, it was a good game though. But this one is a very similar list. It's another Sloane list, another ISD-1 Boarding Troopers, Avenger Leading Shots, a Quasar with Flight Controllers and boosted comms, 2 Gazantes, one of them has comms net, and then all the squadrons. We got Jendon, 3 Defenders, Merrick Steel, kidding me? Look at these crazy Darth Vader, TIE Interceptors, crazy squadrons. Look at this nonsense. Nonsense, I tell you. Assault, using 2 unarmed stations, and we kind of set up obstacles here, and I dropped the Gravwell token there. I can just barely hit just about everything here. So we'll be able to set up some stuff after we set up, and we moved the stations back a little bit, but we ended up kind of just gravitating more towards the middle of the board, so this second match might end up ignoring the stations altogether. So we're on turn 3, we're about almost the end of turn 3, gonna start turn 4. He actually got close to my victory and took it down from completely full health to dead in a single shot because he triggered Boarding Troopers. That was just really hard because he was doing so good, but I might be able to take out his other ships. It's looking pretty well. The Interdictor is actually performing really well, but at least at that medium close range. But we got some stations over there. If I can take out his stuff and he doesn't take out the stations, I might have a chance. But we'll see. End of turn 6, I ended up taking out everything else of his except the Star Destroyer, but he was going so fast he was able to get over and destroy one of the 2 stations, so that negated that, but I didn't really lose points because I didn't lose that station. And I think I call that objective a win for me, because I would rather have his Star Destroyer been going after the stations just to break even than coming after me and finishing my other 2 ships. So it looks like that was good. The MVP for me of this game, there were 2. For your side, it was definitely this Avenger and Boarding Parties taking out that victory. And then for me, it was Ruthless Strategists. This is one of the greatest cards in the game on a Quasar 2 with the red die. Just because, like, I fly those shuttles in there. I'm like, okay, well, do I roll a damage on your ace that can just scatter? Okay, well, I'll take an extra one. And at one point, I had one of his names double arced, and so it was just amazing. So, Ruthless Strategist, great, works great on the Quasar because you've got 2 weapons teams. So,
especially with the bulky Lambdas.
The bulky Lambdas were great. The other thing that was great though is that my TIE Fighters only have 3 hull, and he had Darth Vader and Merrick Steel, and he could easily take out a TIE Fighter in a single activation. So I said, why not throw some extra damage on my own TIE Fighters? They're going to die after a single hit anyway, coming from those type of squadrons. So I used Ruthless Strategist like crazy, and it was very useful. But awesome game. We got to count up the points. It actually was our end score was 207 to 193, so really close game. That's still like a 6-5, so it's basically a tie. And because we each took out so many points of squadrons, and losing my flagship hurt, but not being able to take out that ISD hurt as well. But good game. When it's actually 193 to 207 before we add the 40 points each for station assault. So figure the difference there. So I ended up taking 3rd, which wasn't too bad, but considering there's only 4 people playing in the tournament today, I don't think it was that great, but I had a good time. So we got the Y-Wing alternate art, and the Bomber Command Center is still, I think, the previous tournament stuff and some of the Rebel ships I did recently. But yeah, we're just kind of packing everything up and putting it all away now. Brought the new Wave 7 stuff out to kind of show off as well. So a lot of people were happy to see that. And just putting everything up. But yeah, so that's about it, guys. The funny thing is, I've talked a little bit about how the meta is kind of wide open with this game. And the funny thing that I'm coming to realize is today, 3 out of the 4 people all had Sloane builds that were all very similar. My build was, built with an interdictor, so it was a little different. But it still was a Sloane build, and so Sloane times 3 almost never happens, but it can. So that's why you always have to be prepared for everything. Funny stuff, though. I really like, the Ruthless Strategists. It worked out really, really well today. So that's about it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, guys. I'm just cleaning up here. So if you want to see more, make sure you're subscribed. We'll probably have the winner announced later this week. So make sure you're subbed up for that and don't want to miss that announcement. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great day.